May 6, 1937. The Hindenburg airship turns into a massive fireball in just 34 seconds. What fueled that disaster? Hydrogen. Now, look at your warehouse. You might not have a giant airship, but every time you plug in a lead-acid battery, you are generating that exact same gas. Most companies treat battery charging areas like simple parking spots. They are wrong. A battery room is actually a chemical processing plant that produces explosive hydrogen. If your ventilation fails, you aren't just charging a truck. You're building a Hindenburg inside your facility. Today, we are going to learn how to stop that from happening using global safety standards. So, where is this Hindenburg gas hiding? Here's the physics. Hydrogen is much lighter than air. It doesn't stay on the floor like propane. It's an escape artist. It shoots straight up to your ceiling. If your ceiling has beams or pockets, the gas gets trapped there. It forms an invisible, inverted pool of explosive fuel right above your head. Global standards like N62485-3 and NFPA 1 are very strict about this. They have a golden rule. The hydrogen concentration must never exceed 4% of the air volume. Why 4%? Because that is the lower explosive limit, LEL. At that point, a single spark from a light switch or a static discharge is enough to blow the roof off. This is why passive ventilation, like opening a window, is rarely enough for industrial fleets. You need active extraction. And here is the pro tip. Your ventilation fans must be interlocked with your chargers. If the fan stops, the charging must stop instantly. Don't let the gas build up. Don't build a ceiling bomb. We dealt with the gas above. Now, let's talk about the danger on the floor. Inside every lead-acid battery sits gallons of concentrated sulfuric acid. In the safety world, we don't just call this corrosive. We call it liquid fire. If a forklift punctures a cell, or you overfill a battery, that acid spills. If it hits standard concrete, it eats right through it. That's why standards require acid-resistant epoxy flooring. But what if it hits you? This brings us to the most critical countdown in your life, the 10-second rule. NCZ 358.1 states that an emergency eye wash station must be accessible within 10 seconds of the hazard. Imagine acid splashes into your eyes. You are instantly blind. You are in panic. You are burning. You cannot run to a bathroom down the hall. You don't have time to find a key. You have 10 seconds before permanent damage begins. That station needs to be right there, unobstructed, and ready to flood your eyes for 15 minutes. Don't hide your eye wash station. It's the only thing standing between a bad day and a life of darkness. Now, let's talk about your armor. I see operators checking batteries wearing standard cotton uniforms and leather gloves. This is a huge mistake. Cotton doesn't stop acid, it drinks it. And leather? It dissolves and burns into your skin. When you open that battery cap, you are entering a chemical zone. Standard safety glasses are not enough. They leave your face exposed. You need a full face shield to block the spray. You need neoprene or nitrile gloves, never leather. And an acid-resistant apron. Think of this gear as a spacesuit for a hostile planet. Because once that liquid fire touches your clothes, it's already too late. We secured the air and the acid. Now, let's look at the ignition source. I call this the spaghetti of death. Leaving charging cables on the floor is the fastest way to start a fire. Forklifts run over them, the insulation cracks, the copper gets exposed. Remember the hydrogen above? All you need is one spark from a crushed cable to ignite the room. Use cable retractors. Keep the snake off the floor. And if a fire does start, do not grab just any extinguisher. Here, water is your enemy. You are fighting an electrical fire mixed with acid. Water conducts electricity, shocking you, and spreads the acid further. You need the right weapon. A Class C extinguisher, CO2 or dry chemical. Finally, give yourself room to fight. NFPA 70, the National Electrical Code, requires at least 1 meter, 3 feet, of clear working space around chargers. Don't stack pallets there. That empty space isn't wasted, it's your escape route. So, take a look at your facility again today. Do you see a simple parking spot? Or do you see a complex chemical plant? We learned that hydrogen is the invisible enemy waiting in your ceiling. We learned that acid is the liquid fire waiting on your floor. And we learned that a single spark can turn negligence into a headline. Designing a compliant battery room isn't an expense. It's the cheapest insurance policy you will ever buy. Follow the global standards, OSHA, IEC, NFPA. Ventilate the ceiling. Install that eye wash. Clear the floor. Because safety rules aren't written in ink. They are written in physics. And physics never negotiates. Subscribe Work Safety Guru YouTube channel for more.